Hey YouTube, Roaring Flame Cat. Once again, I'm in my poorly lit room, and doing this update because I'm watching Food Network, which I know I shouldn't do, because every time I watch Food Network, I get hungry. And this woman is making some delicious, ooey gooey, delicious food, and she's also making some fondue, and oh my god, I have always wanted to go to a fondue restaurant. I went once. I think it was for like a class field trip back in like middle school or something, and I had the best time ever at this silly fondue place. My favorite thing was they gave us a big vat of chicken broth, and you know it was all bubbly, blah blah blah, and then they gave us like lamb and some beef and some chicken and I think one other meat, but you know, you just stick it in there and you know, it was all raw, and you'd watch it cook, and that to me was so fascinating that, you know, I could cook my own food and not potentially kill myself. Because I'm an artist, and you'd think, okay, artists, they can cook, blah 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 blah. No. I seem to be one of those stereotypical women, well, not so much women, but like anime characters that can do like anything but cook. Granted, if I have a recipe to follow, no problem. But if you just tell me, okay, go in the kitchen, woman, and cook me a meal, I'll just kind of stare absent-mindedly at those pots, and just kind of wonder, just kind of stare off into space. Ah! But, oh my god, I'm having a craving to go to a fondue restaurant. I want to go so bad. And then I remember at this fondue place they had like cheese, and then they gave you all sorts of veggies, and of course bread to go with the cheese. But fixing the screen. But anyway, I was like totally having like the best time there ever. And then the ultimate fondue, you know, cherry on top. They gave us chocolate. And, you know, of course the chocolate's all warm and silky and delicious, and then you just get all the little bits of, like, strawberry and whatever else they gave us that day. It was so awesome. And I'm trying to think of where that restaurant was, because I remember I had stolen, like, 16 cards from the place, and I was like, I'm gonna go there next week! But push came to shove, and I never went back. And I want to go so bad. Because this woman's making fondue, and she's all like, look at how easy it is. Look at me and my TV magic as I sprawl together all this deliciousness, and you are all envious at your homes and wishing that you could do just what I do, but you can't, because I'm a chef and I make $1 billion by just making you feel envious and blah-de-da about yourself. I wish I were on TV. Does this count as TV? YouTube, BoobTube. I have to wonder how, well, it's kind of self-explanatory, YouTube, BoobTube, but how they came up with the name. That's always been, like, an interesting thing that I've always wondered about, like, how did X thing get its name? You know, like, I know I get, back at the unofficial Pokemon Collector magazine thingamajigget, and, my favorite section in that magazine is where they go through and they actually go through the origins of the Pokemon and where they came from and what the name derived from and the whole 9 yards. And I always think that's just really interesting. And, yeah, on a random note, I think that I was almost dead for like 10 minutes. Well, not even 10 minutes. But let me tell you what happened today. So, I got my days and nights back together, and I thought to myself, okay, this is great, you know, no problem, I'm gonna stay up and life's gonna be grand. So I get drowsy at around noon, so I says to myself, okay, I'll take a little nap, you know, there's no sun outside, I'm not getting any, you know, serotonin and vitamin D and the whole 9 yards, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go take a nap. I ended up sleeping until 7 o'clock, so from noon to 7, I slept. Then, my stupid, now remember my first video, stupid is synonymous with awesome, boyfriend calls me up and he's like, oh, guess what I did today, blah, 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 blah. And we've got this running, I don't know if it's a joke, but I get to tease him every time he doesn't call before 7. And recently he's been a kumquat and hasn't been calling me until a little after 7, so I get to tease him. So I'm happy, and you know, hopefully he'll learn, but that's okay. He's been moving out of his house anyway, so you know, he's busy, so I can't necessarily blame him for not calling me, but I'm still just like, send me a text. That's all I want. I just want a text to know you're not dead in a ditch. But today I let it slide anyway because I was asleep, so I didn't really even care. So then anyway, got off the phone with him, and that was about a half-hour conversation, give or take, and I went back to bed. And I didn't wake up until about 4:30 in the AM. So then I'm thinking, oh my god, you know, I'm I'm literally like, oh no, I'm such a horrible person, I didn't wake up today, because you know, at my house I don't have any rent, but my parents basically work out, you know, the rent by rent, thank you, by me just doing odds and ends and chores and, you know, keeping the house straightened up, and which I think is fine, you know, because I have no money. So anything that's going to save me any money is, you know, worth its weight in gold to me, basically. So, but I felt bad because since I've been asleep all day, I was like, oh, I'm such a lazy bum. So I got up and I started doing the dishes, and of course my mom hears me and she's like, oh my god, I thought you were dead. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I thought I was dead too. And so we sat and we talked, and then Mom, of course, being the zombie that she is, just went back to bed, and then I decided to do this updatey thingy, because I haven't done it for the past 2 days, and so much for my update a day thing, but not like anybody excuse me. Anybody watches my videos anyway, but someday, when I become super duper famous, you guys will all watch these videos and probably comment and the whole 9 yards, and I've been playing with this pillow. Look at this pillow. The pillow has like this mass in it. It feels like a tumor. And I'm specifically playing with like this hunk of cotton that's all wrapped up in there. And then down here, I have my food. Yay, Mr. Pringle Man. And then I have the light source. It doesn't look like the sun today. I wonder why. And then me. Yay. I'm gonna scratch my ear, and I'm gonna keep having my hands on my face. Look. Hands on the face. Oh. And from that first video where I was super duper stressed, I now realize how stressed I got because I got this big giant cold sore. And thank God you guys can't see it anymore. I wonder if you can see that. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Big giant cold sore. But I've been using Abreva, and let me tell you, Abreva is awesome. I love it. I've never used it before, but the fact that this thing was like huge. And once I started using the Abreva, it's now in the the scabbing stage, so i.e. it's close to being done ruining my face. So I'm just all excited about finally being able to go out in public and not have people look at me like, oh my god, she's contagious! Though I've been running around outside in public anyway going, kiss me, kiss me! Because that's what I do, I make things awkward. And everybody's just like, ew. And then they scuttle away slowly, and, you know, that's that. So, anyway, 9 minutes and 24 seconds, woo! Well, with the lag, I'm probably still talking, but anyway, I'm gonna close up this video, and I'll do another update later when I care more. So, I'll see you later, YouTube. Thanks for listening to me ramble. I love you. Good night. Well, not for me anyway, because I'm not going to bed. I'm a zombie.